How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another Gen 4 update. It's been a little bit since we last posted about this, and kind of for a good reason, I guess. I think I played a little bit too much Pokemon in like December, so I took a pretty good break the last few weeks from just playing Pokemon in general. The last episode we had, I have in here in my notes, we played on December 17th. And we just got the Master Ball, got the last badge, and we were heading to capture Ho-Oh. I didn't actually pick the game back up until January 17th, so a whole month later. Like I said previously in multiple other videos, if I feel like I don't want to play the game, like I'm just not going to, you know. I guess sometimes you just need a break, sometimes you gotta chill, and I don't want to feel forced or compelled to play the game just for the purpose of making a video. But now we are back, excited to play the game. So on January 17th, we finally made it to Ho-Oh. It took me so long to get Ho-Oh, and there isn't any footage of this. I wasn't really in the mood of recording. I kind of want to just hang out like on the couch and play the game, you know? So I don't have footage of everything we're going to be talking about in this video. But it's alright. So yeah, we made it to Ho-Oh. It took so long to capture. I think I bought like 40 Ultra Balls in anticipation of trying to capture this, and we kept getting it like in the red and even paralyzed because Arbok had glare, and I even tried sleep powdering it because we had gloom, but it would not get in the Ultra Ball or any Pokeball. It took about 5 times, and I had to keep her starting. So I think it definitely took over 100 Ultra Balls to capture, which is pretty ridiculous, but eventually we got it. After that, we went all the way through those other routes. I don't even know, like you got to go back to New Bark Town, then you make your way left, or I guess right, whatever, to the Route 27, the Toho Joe Falls, then eventually you make your way up to Victory Road. I actually managed to get the Victory Road without looking at the book at all. We might have to go back and get some items, but I definitely got the Earthquake. I'm actually quite confident we got Earthquake. I was kind of surprised in this Victory Road. The only trainer was our rival. I thought there would just be more trainers, I don't know. But anyway, we made our way through Victory Road, and now we had to take on the Elite Four. My team wasn't really that good at this time, like the levels, so we spent a lot of time grinding in Victory Road. The thing with Victory Road is, though, you got things like Donphan, Graveler, Onix, Rhyhorn. I think just a lot of Pokemon that give defensive EVs, and as I was leveling up some of the Pokemon, it kind of just hurts me inside seeing like a Gloom or like a Lantern get like +5 or +6 EVs when they level up, or stat points when they level up, because I have a good idea of how many EVs are getting added to like the defensive stat. So that was like, it hurts because I know those stats they're important, you know. They're how the Pokemon get strong, and I would prefer them to not go into defensive stats. So I did spend a lot more time focusing on Arbok and Typhlosion because I knew that those EVs are pretty much, that they are maxed out. So they wouldn't be getting these, I'm not gonna say useless defensive EVs or stats, but pretty much useless. We did go to, east of Mahogany Town, where they have the Goldines and Seekings, and I did EV train Fortress a little bit in attack. I figured, you know, this thing was pretty weak, so we got to get it kind of strong. So yeah, the final team, just in case you guys aren't aware, we got Arbok, Typhlosion, Lantern, Gloom, which I wanted to Blossom, but I never actually found the Shining Stone. Then I kind of forgot about it. Xatu, and then Fortress. Really though, Arbok and Typhlosion are carrying the team. I mean, they are shiny, they are EV trained, and I definitely want to use them through the rest of the whole Kanto region and pretty much our entire time while playing this game. Nothing wrong with the other Pokemon, but I don't know if we're going to be using them the whole time. I think we'll probably get to more into this in a little bit. I kind of would rather go a little bit more chronologically of the events and then how I got to this point. But I think I want to assemble a new team and EV train them, just because I think it'd be kind of cool. I don't know. Anyway, January 17th and January 25th did a lot of grinding in Victory Road for some more levels. January 28th, we decided to take on the Elite Four. This was the first attempt. First 4 trainers were pretty easy. I mean, the first dude, Will, I mean, he's got a bunch of psychic types, and we had Arbok with Crunch, and yeah, they're just pretty easy Pokemon to get rid of. Koga was actually really annoying. His Muck kept minimizing, and his Muck would live with like no health, and then it kept minimizing and healing, and I couldn't kill it. That was really frustrating, but we eventually got past that. Bruno was kind of easy because we had Xatu with Fly. I wasn't able to train Xatu to level 57? Or is it 59? I think it's 15. Oh, here we go. 59, yeah. That's just a lot of grinding to get him to that level so he can learn Psychic. So really, Xatu's only good moves were like Fly, and I think eventually it learned Ominous Wind, but that wasn't really effective really against anything, except for I think Gengar. But Bruno wasn't too bad. Karen also was not that bad. I didn't really have any good moves effective against a lot of things, but just using Typhlosion for a lot of it kind of got the job done. I think I actually lost a Houndoom for some reason. I don't remember why, or I don't remember if we even recorded it. But I remember a Houndoom giving me trouble. But anyway, got past Karen. Lance gave us a lot of trouble. I didn't have like any super effective moves. So he got Gyarados, Charizard, 3 Dragonites, and Aerodactyl. The Gyarados is kind of easy because we have Lantern and it has Discharge, which is the electric move. But the Dragonites just had nothing. We really need like an ice move. Definitely didn't have any dragon. Didn't even have a rock move. Very difficult. So I spent maybe about 5 times just resetting and trying again and, trying things here and there, and nothing really worked. Eventually, I just decided we're going to lose and then go back to training. The Arbok that I had, I ended up teaching Rock Tomb in replace of Poison Sting, because Poison Sting's kind of like bad. It's not like a move, does like no damage, but at least Rock Tomb would be able to handle some of these flying types. Most importantly, Dragonite, and yeah, Charizard, definitely 4 times super effective. And also the Arbok was EV trained in attack and speed, so I mean its base attack is pretty low, but still it's going to be strong in attack, which the Rock Tomb, is physical attacking, so still going to do some damage. So on January 30th, that's when I was like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. So it's when we decided to lose against Lance, and then we just kept training Arbok and Typhlosion. We got them to level 60. Technically though, we got Typhlosion or Arbok to level 59, but decided to just run it anyway. This did take a while, like a few hours. I don't know why the grinding was so slow. I guess because we didn't have the lucky egg maybe, and the levels in the Victory Road aren't that high. But we eventually got there. February 1st, we had a stream that morning. That was kind of fun. That's when we actually got the Pokemon to level 60. And then after the stream, I ended up re-challenging the Elite Four. We pretty much breezed through the first 4. I guess, the Elite Four minus the champion pretty easily. And then Lance still gave some trouble, but it wasn't like impossible. I was actually being pretty cheeky and using Fortress's Explosion to take away some of the Dragonites just because they were annoying. But the Rock Tomb on Arbok definitely helped, and just having a higher level Typhlosion was able to just do a lot more damage. The Lantern did do some work throughout the Elite Four, but not a whole lot. Same thing with Gloom. Xatu is really good against... Yeah, definitely Bruno, and I think some parts of Koga, but for the most part, just really use Arbok and Typhlosion. But yeah, eventually we beat Lance, and kind of exciting because we're kind of done with this book, the first book, and then now we finally get to use the new book, which is exciting. I love to play through a game. Even though I played through Heart Gold, or I guess Soul Silver years ago, never used the book to actually do it. And now it's like a whole new experience now as I'm playing through this game in the post game using the book. So yeah, after we beat Lance, though, we headed over to Olivine City, and we got on that boat or that ferry to Kanto region to Vermilion City. We had to save some little girl on the boat too. She gave us a metal coat. And then once we got to Vermilion City, kind of just went right to, what's his name? Lieutenant Surge, that gym, and we ended up just beating him too. It's kind of cool seeing the gym leaders' levels really high. Lieutenant Surge's was about level 40 or something. Yeah, 40, 50, low 50s. So one thing I was battling a lot in my mind too, at just roughly the same time as I was do I want to go into the Kanto region, or do I want to take some time first and maybe capture some new Pokemon? I originally discussed that I wanted to get a Smeargle, or I guess a Pokemon that helps capture other Pokemon really easily, because we have a lot of Pokemon to capture to get that national dex. And I think Smeargle was the move because you can teach it things like, you can teach it anything you want, first of all. But things like Spore, Mean Look, Super Fang, False Swipe, that would be a really good move pool against really any Pokemon and capturing it. And then I was doing some more looking up online, and I found like a Reddit post, and some person mentioned that like Absol could have Mean Look, Thunder Wave, and False Swipe, and then you give it like an actual attacking move too, like Night Slash. So that sounds awesome. And also Absol is just a lot cooler Pokemon in my opinion than Smeargle. Like the idea of having Smeargle on a team doesn't make me excited, but Absol? Absol's cool. Absol was in, what's that movie? Jirachi Wishmaker, the disaster Pokemon. Yeah, he's cool. So I kind of wanted to do that, and then, so this is where I went down like a little rabbit hole, or went off the beaten path. So Absol, you can get False Swipe, and with a TM. You can get Night Slash, which you don't need for capturing, but it's just a cool move to have. When you just level up Absol, you get it. Thunder Wave, though, to get the TM, you need Battle Frontier points, and you need a good amount of them too. So that's going to need some more grinding. And to get Mean Look, you need to breed, because it's only with an egg move. And to get the egg move, the only Pokemon that can breed with it that can learn Mean Look is Umbreon. And you gotta level it up to level 57 to get that move. So I decided that, well, if we're gonna get an Umbreon, I still, in Soul Silver and Heart Gold, we did not take the Umbreon yet from Bill. I absolutely need a shiny Umbreon because it's one of my favorite shinies. So what am I getting at? I'm gonna shiny hunt Umbreon or shiny hunt Eevee in Soul Silver. Probably also in Heart Gold too. We can probably speed it up a little bit. And I'm really hoping it'll be a male or a male Eevee, so we can actually use it to breed. But that's the plan. If it's not a male, then I'm just gonna soft reset in whatever game doesn't get the shiny until we get a male, and then just use that and also level it up to 57 to get the Mean Look. And it's like, do you even need Mean Look? And I'm gonna say yes. Why? Because we need something. We really want something for the roaming dogs, like Latios, Latias, and other annoying things that can flee. But at the same time, like, could we just use a different Pokemon with Mean Look and then swap out of it? Probably. But I would rather spend a little. This is a lot more time that I'm thinking about it. I think we're gonna do it anyway. Like, why not? It's gonna take a lot of time. Don't get me wrong. But it'll be probably worth it. It'd be cool to have the Absol with Mean Look. So right now, at the current recording of this video, we're up to 125 resets. So we're gonna have a while till we get this shiny Eevee. Probably, hopefully not. When I did this shiny Eevee hunt in Fire Red, or is it Leaf Green? One of those that took me like, I don't even remember, like 9 months or something. There's so many resets. I did that like almost every week of my life too. It took a long time. Hopefully this doesn't take as long though. But anyway, that's the plan, sort of. We gotta get the shiny so then we can get leveled up to level 57. Hopefully, again, it's a male. If it's not, then we'll roll with the punches. Get an Umbreon to level 57, breed it with an Absol, make that our Pokemon catching boy. But there's a lot of steps along the way till we get there. So that's kind of why I decided that we'll just continue also with the main game in Heart Gold and just, play it out. But we'll have some days where I'm going to go back to Goldenrod City and soft reset both games with trying to get that shiny Eevee, just because we can. Anyway, though, also today, after beating Surge, kind of getting along back onto that, we headed north to Saffron City and we defeated Sabrina. She was pretty easy too because, again, Arbok's got Crunch. Crunch just wipes out Psychic Pokemon. So, easy dubs. Yeah, then after that, what do? We're currently on routes 7 and 8. We're heading to Lavender Town. I don't know what's in Lavender Town next, but that's where, the power plant. We gotta do something like that. Then we're gonna need to that's where Zapdos is. So maybe we will either capture Zapdos, we'll see how hard it is, or we'll just end up waiting until we eventually get this Absol. But the battle frontier is open, so we can start that. But we got a lot of work to do. We don't even have a team yet. One thing too, I might start trading over some Pokemon from my Soul Silver game to Heart Gold, just to kind of maybe either like beef up the Pokedex, but just get those Pokemon into this game. Like in that game, I think I do have an Absol, and the only way to get an Absol in this is to have like that radio tower, or have that the radio playing and be in the right zone. So I might just end up trading it over from, man, I'm going through my book, the one that I bought, and whoever had this book last just folded pages on where cool Pokemon were. Which, I mean, just use sticky notes or something. Don't fold the page, my guy. Ruining the book. Anyway, we also, we need to get some more Pokemon with the pickup ability. We're doing a lot of grinding and training. Yeah, there's so many things that I want to, now that we're hit the post game, like I feel like that's all we needed, or all I needed. Now there's all these things that I want to get done. There's Absol. Oh, the person even bookmarked Absol 2 who had this book last. Yeah, you need to, we can also get it in Mass Outbreaks and Diamond and Pearl, and Mount Coronet and Platinum. But I mean, we could just get it in this game too. I do also want to EV train the Absol in attack and speed. Just, I mean, why not, you know? I'm not gonna be picky with any IVs or nature really. I mean, maybe we'll spend some time breeding a few of them just to see if we get like an admit nature or something, but I don't need to be too picky. I just want overall a good Pokemon that'll have somewhat high attack. Because I mean, if it's a very high level with high speed to begin with, or if it's very high level, it's gonna have pretty high speed and attack regardless, assuming you EV train it. So we don't really got to get too much in the weeds for that, in my opinion. But I mean, figuring out exactly what I want to do next it's I'm not gonna say tricky. It's just there's a lot I want to do. Like I want to go to Battle Frontier, but we got to capture some Pokemon. But then we gotta do things before that, you know. But I mean, it'll eventually will get done. We slowly keep chipping away. But yeah, I think trading some Pokemon over from Soul Silver might be okay. Like I do have a very high Linoon in that game, so if I just bring the Linoon to this game, and as we play along, we'll pick up some good items. So I think that'll be worth it. So I think in the near future, we'll probably look for some more streams soon, because if we're shiny hunting, it's pretty monotonous, and that's something that's I think more enjoyable to do over a stream. And I really want to get a shiny live. I think that'd be fun. That'd be cool to get like in an actual video, because it's like there it is. I don't know, it's exciting. But yeah, that's everything that kind of happened so far. I'm excited we beat the game. Now there's, oh yeah, the last thing, we can actually check IVs now. It's the guys in the Battle Frontier. He's a judge. It's basically the same thing as like Emerald. They're very similar. The person tells you the overall IVs and then the best stats. Also in this game, you can get the like ankles, the power bands. So like there's a power bracer, power belt, power lens, power weight, all this stuff, and that actually helps for my initial research online. That'll help transfer IVs to baby Pokemon if you have that item on the Pokemon during the breeding process. So you can manipulate IVs more easily, and I mean you still need the Everstone to transfer the nature, but so you can either reliably transfer 2 IVs or 1 IV in the nature, but I mean you could obviously mix and match this to try and get the better Pokemon, or you know what I mean, just iterate it until you get one that's really good, or a baby Pokemon that's good. So it's kind of exciting. We're going to be able to do that in this game. We do need a lot of battle points, so yeah, like I want to start building a team for the Battle Frontier, but we're going to need the battle points anyway. So like, I don't know, do we just run the Battle Frontier with like cheeky weak Pokemon, not weak Pokemon, but like just Pokemon that we have right now, and just try and get points and not focus on like a super good team? Because yeah, that's probably the way to go, because we're going to want to breed for IVs anyway, and we're going to want to be most efficient. We're going to want those items, I think, in long-term breeding process. So I think that's what we should probably do. But anyway, that's all I got for right now. We got a whole lot to do coming up in these games. So stay tuned for some more videos. Check out all of the other Pokemon content on the channel. There's a whole lot. A lot of Gen 4, a lot of Gen 3, a whole lot more coming. Anyway, take care everybody. Stay tuned for some more. And hopefully you're enjoying your Pokemon games just as much as me. Take care.